Welcome to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, game day 2 of the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Tonight, Saudi Arabia take on Jordan here in Jeddah, the city that will host Asia Cup 2025 next year. Both teams enter the game on the back of winning their opening qualifiers. Jordan securing a 27-point win over Palestine, while Saudi Arabia were pushed a little bit harder by Iraq, coming away on the right side of it, a 58-64 scoreline. Group D action here is just under 10 minutes away. Could be a really interesting game between these two.
Representing Team Jordan, #1.
As our host for Asia Cup 2025, Saudi Arabia technically already qualified. These games are just being used by them to get ready for that tournament. However, Jordan know they need to finish in the top 2 of this group to guarantee a spot at Asia Cup next year. Third place will have to go through to a final qualification tournament to lock in their appearance. Jordan being introduced to the crowd. They've made it to the last 9 Asia Cups, so the expectation is that they would be there again next year. They also picked up a bronze in 2009, a silver in 2011, but haven't been back to the podium since, and I'm sure that will be their target next year, especially as they made it through to the semi-finals in Jakarta in 2022, but suffered a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Lebanon in that semi-final, and then went on to lose the bronze medal game to New Zealand. I'm sure that is in their minds and will be part of their motivation today.
Representing Team Saudi, #0, Marzouk Al-Muwannad.
As for Saudi Arabia, they're hoping hosting Asia Cup 2025 will help them grow the sport here. They've been to the Asia Cup 10 times before. It'll be their 2nd time hosting it after they did so in 1999. And I don't want to tempt fate, but following that, they picked up the only medal at Asia Cup when it was in Japan. At the last Asia Cup in Jakarta in 2022, they weren't able to pick up a win, although it was a very difficult group which featured eventual gold medalist Australia, their opponents here this evening, and eventual 4th place Team Jordan, as well as the hosts with the home crowd behind them, Indonesia. That was a tough one to say the least. We'll now have a break in commentary so we can have the national anthems for both Jordan and Saudi Arabia.
May I ask you all to please remain standing for the Saudi national anthem.
Both national anthem complete. Players will head to the half to exchange handshakes and gifts, as do the coaches. Plenty of smiles between two very experienced coaches. Coach Al-Sus, wow, one of the most experienced in the game, Coach Garcia for Saudi Arabia. And both teams now will head back to their benches and look to take on their last final preparations. Here's the slate of games across this window. As I said, Saudi Arabia 6-point win there over Iraq. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said Sorry, the same can be said also for Jordan, who had a big win over Palestine in game day 1. And Palestine will be taking on Iraq later today. Here are our officials for today's game: Paul Skayen, Hadi Salim, and Sadej Ganbari Dabnab from Lebanon, Iran, and Iran, respectively. As the players now lock in with a little over 4 minutes remaining before our opening tip-off here. Here's a starting 5 for Jordan. It's Abu Hawass, Ibrahim Abbas, Hollis Jefferson, and Al-Dwiri. Very, very strong 5, and plenty coming off the bench as well, with lots of experience. 8 of the 12 were in the roster for Asia Cup 2022 in Jordan, as coach Al-Sous looks on, shaking the hands of the officials. A very approachable coach, happy to have a chat. It was good to catch up with him in Jakarta a couple of years ago, discussing his philosophies on basketball. Very relaxed mindset, and manages some of the personalities in this Jordanian team very, very well. Gets the best out of them. Interested to see at the other end of the floor how Coach Garcia deals with this Saudi Arabia team. Such an experienced international coach. He's going to lead this team. We have Al-Murad Al-Mawani. We also have Belal and Al-Sualem and Kadi as the starting 5 for Coach Garcia. That is not Coach Garcia. He's currently in the middle of the court in communication. That's assistant coach. Only 4 of the 12 here today were part of the squad that was present in Jakarta at the last Asia Cup. That's Coach Garcia, an icon of international basketball, head coach previously of Argentina, Dominican Republic, Venezuela. Won the AmeriCup gold with Venezuela back in 2015. A 34-year coaching career for him. My goodness me, what he has forgotten about basketball, most people will never know. A very experienced coach, as we see a big banner of Musab Kadi in the background as Saudi Arabia look to build the profile of basketball in their country. Coach Garcia continuing the one-to-one coaching. Just a reminder as well, while we have a few seconds, do get your phones out, download the official FIBA Asia Cup app, available on Android and iOS. It is the perfect companion, not just for these qualifiers, but for the Asia Cup next year as well. Plenty of news, views, videos, highlights, press conferences, and the real-time stats as we progress through today's game and these qualifiers.
Defensively, be aggressive, but be smart. Don't put the hands, don't make foul early. Don't get in foul trouble early, okay? Get back in transition, guys. Get back in transition. Low side, I mean, you try to be on the RJ side. Set the pick, get it, and we go.
They want to secure the back, but now, from the beginning.
Both coaches getting their final instructions across to their teams. Coach Al-Sous asking his team, don't get in foul trouble early. Saudi Arabia, they're starting 5 seconds to the floor, but they're ready to go now. Both starting 5s now coming to the floor. We are moments away from the opening tip here in Jeddah. And we're underway. Game day 2 of the Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Saudi Arabia against Jordan. Both these teams enter the game on the back of wins in game day 1. They'll want to leave the qualification window with that perfect record. Jordan certainly enter the game as favourites here, especially having beaten Saudi Arabia at Asia Cup in Jakarta a couple of years ago. Knocked away from Hollis Jefferson. Still going to be Jordanian ball on the sideline though. Hollis Jefferson goes baseline, glides inside, hands it off to Al-Dweri. And the first points of the game. Pretty easy for Jordan. Al-Dweri had 13 points in that win over Palestine. Bilal, oh, lovely backdoor cut. Good read though by Ibrahim. Launches out the fast break. Abu Hawass with the two-hander, but it's batted away. What defense. Lob pass is batted away the other side. Both teams looking to play some transition. Let's have a look at the replay. Abu Hawass, oh, that's a hell of a block. Get up there, Al-Mawani. Comes down saying, you're too small. Need to bring it tougher than that. Into the corner, 3 ball goes up. No good. Rebound by Hollis Jefferson. Stolen away. Al-Mulad. Al-Sualem looking for options, gets it back to Al-Mulad. He throws it away. Abu Hawass now, 3-on-2 break. I don't think they're going to capitalise on it. Slightly reticent this time, Abu Hawass, to run in transition. Al-Dweri looking for the ball in the low post. They're going to clear out, create space for him. A little running left-hander just scoops it under the arms of Al-Sualem. Bilal now slows it down for Saudi Arabia. Stolen away by Abu Hawass. That pass telegraphed, and I mean Abu Hawass just reading it with ease. Ibrahim back to Al-Dweri, and that is 6 early points for the big man. And don't get me wrong, he has made a career of putting the ball in the bucket in the low post. He is a tough matchup, difficult to respond to. Coach Garcia stepping onto the floor. Not sure what for. I don't know if he's claiming that he called a timeout and he's not being given the timeout. Quick conversation between officials and commissioner. Looks like Garcia stepping on the floor has helped him get a timeout, or is it a technical foul? It is. It's going to be a technical foul for Coach Garcia stepping onto the floor. He's not happy. Yeah, technical foul on Coach Garcia. Timeout has been called, and that will take place before Freddie Ibrahim goes to the free throw line for the technical foul. Coach Garcia not happy. His team trail by 6, and we're not even 2.5 minutes into the game. We're going to head down into the huddles and listen in to the coaches.
Remember that they collapse. Come
Not a huge amount of detail, but it's pretty straightforward what the expectation is. They need to maybe collapse and fill the lane a little bit more than they have so far. Ibrahim at the line for the bonus. Gets the bonus. Jordan out to a 7-point lead. How's this Saudi team now going to react coming out of that timeout? Al-Mulad brings it up over the half. The veteran point guard, looks to go straight to the basket, will draw the foul. I think that one's going to be whistled on Hashim Abbas. Or is it Hollis Jefferson? Let's have a look. No, it is absolutely Abbas. Just reaching in. At the line now for 2 free throws. Gets the roll on the first. Had 7 points in Saudi's win over Iraq earlier in this window, as well as 4 rebounds, 4 assists, doing a little bit of everything, to be fair. Wasn't a very efficient evening, though, for Mazu Al-Mulad. Just 15% from the field in that game. Brighter start to this one, though. Ibrahim now hands it away. Gets the handoff straight back. Good tough defense there from Al-Mulad. Abbas being harassed. Hollis Jefferson now, pick and roll with Al-Dweri, goes to the basket, and first field goal from someone that isn't wearing the number 44 jersey for Jordan, as Hollis Jefferson gets his first of the game. An unsportsmanlike foul called on Hollis Jefferson. Not the smartest play in the world. That's a ghastly foul, to be fair. There's no need for that at all. Hollis Jefferson's lucky he's not been thrown out of the game for that kind of behavior. No place for that on the basketball court. Absolutely ridiculous. At the line for 2 is Al-Sualem. It's the first of his 2, and this could be important for Saudi Arabia tonight. Only shot 57% in their first game from the free throw line. They'll need to shoot better than that here this evening. 4 from 4 so far. Al-Sualem was only 20% in game day 1. Goes inside. Al-Sualem loses the handle, though. Al-Dweri with the steal. Ibrahim now looks for the lob into Hollis Jefferson. Foul called. Oh, a technical foul as well. We're not even 3.5 minutes into the game, and a technical foul has been called. At the line returns Freddie Ibrahim for his second technical free throw of the game. Unreal. We've had 1 unsportsmanlike foul for Jordan and 2 technical fouls for Saudi Arabia. Al-Mulad picking up his second foul of the game as well with that technical foul. Catch and shoot from Ibrahim. String music as he fades off the baseline. Love the confidence from Freddie Ibrahim, certainly a player that's never lacked confidence. Al-Muwallad kicks it to the corner. Ibrahim with the uncontested rebound. Strong start from him. Seven-point lead for Jordan. Coach Al-Sus will be relatively happy with how his team have played so far. Saudi Arabia have not caused them any major problems. Al-Duairi with the tap pass to Ibrahim. Maybe a little bit too much showboating this early in the game. Saudi to bring the ball up over the half, yet to score a field goal in the game. All their points coming from the free throw line so far. Catch and shoot. Three is good. Musab Kadi drains the three. Only had 4 game day 1, so an early 3 for him certainly helps out. His first 3 of the qualifiers. Abbas in the corner, tries to buy the foul. The officials aren't having any of it. Strong drive inside, off the glass. That's a poor finish from Al-Mawani. Good recovery from Saudi Arabia. Shubaili bats it out of bounds. As he quickly comes back. More changes as Al-Mawani will come out of the game. Into the game comes Falata. Al-Duairi just bullying his way to the basket, rejected this time. Big defensive stand by Al-Sualem, stolen back by Ibrahim though. Easy, no it's not, it's a rejection. My goodness me, that is 2 big chase back blocks by Saudi Arabia in the first, well, a little over 5 minutes of this game. They only trail by 4, and you certainly can't question their commitment to this game. Remember, Saudi Arabia qualified for Asia Cup 2025 already as hosts. This is their campaign to build some momentum, some confidence, some structure towards the tournament. Abu Hawass hands it inside and 1. That is the dictionary definition of tough, tough play by Hashim Abbas. Nice pass, Abu Hawass inside, gets hit so hard, hangs. Almost seems like for an eternity, then puts it away. At the moment we have, looks like an injury on the floor for Kadi. For Saudi Arabia, he's not comfortable. He's going to hobble his way back to the bench, forcing coach Nesta Garcia into a change. Musab Kadi, yeah, it does not look comfortable. I'm sure the medical team will work on him, try to patch him up so he can come back into the game. That was his biggest contribution so far, that wing 3. And all this time, Hashim Abbas is waiting at the free throw line for his opportunity of a 3-point play. Mohamed Al-Mawani comes in replace of Kadi. No good for the bonus though from Abbas. Bilal looks to attack the basket, kicks it out to Falata. Looks to drive inside. Foul's called on the floor as Mohamed Al Mawani goes to work. Yeah, establishes really deep down in the paint. Foul called on Hollis Jefferson. Step back, three ball goes up, no good. Rebound, that's a tough rebound. Al Sualem. Saudi Arabia back to within 4, crashing the boards hard. 4 points now for Mohamed Al Sualem. Three ball goes up from Hollis Jefferson. Uncontested rebound for Falata. Saudi Arabia have slowed down the early progress of Jordan. Shot off the glass, no good for Al Mawani, but they get the rebound. Another three from the wing, and it's string music. Coach Garcia punches the air, and that pushes Coach Al Sous into a timeout. What a play by Saudi Arabia. Remember, Jordan started the game with a 6-0 run. They had a 7-point lead to start the game. And it's been a 12-6 swing back towards Saudi Arabia. And Coach Al Sous calls a timeout. Let's try and head into the huddle. Drums ringing out around the arena here in Jeddah, a city that will host the Asia Cup next year. How did Jordan now react? Saudi Arabia reacted well after their timeout. How did Jordan now react coming out of the huddle with Coach Al Sous? A little over 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Jordan's lead reduced from 7 to just 1 point. Saudi Arabia fighting their way back in. Hollis Jefferson now looking to put the lean on, just steps through, glides high and gets the score. Textbook play from the 29-year-old. Horn structure at the top for Saudi Arabia. Al Sualem sets the screen for Bilal. Shot clock down to 6, three ball goes up, that's short. Abbas brings down the rebound and quickly hands it to Ibrahim. He gets it back though. Just walks into the brick wall that is Mohamed Al Mawani. Gets it on the trail. Gotta love a little bit of trail action from the big man. Gets the score. Jordan's lead trimmed back to a single point. Hollis Jefferson is tripped on his way to the basket. Abdul Rahman Falata called for that foul. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeah, just puts that left leg in. Sideline ball for Jordan. That is Saudi Arabia now into the penalty. Coach Al Sous saying he's in the act of shooting, which he was, so we will head to the free throw line for 2. First is no good. Second is no good as well. Not the best free throw shooter, to be fair, Hollis Jefferson, 50% in game one. That one's knocked out of bounds. Saudi ball on the baseline, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time for them to create with. That's good help down from Hollis Jefferson. Three ball is good, and Saudi Arabia take the lead. They've hit some big shots here in this first quarter. That time, Fahad Bilal hits the three. Composure needed from Jordan now. Abbas for three. That one's really flat. Just about got over the height of the bucket. Tough to score with that kind of trajectory. Now down into the low post. Foul is called. I was going to say Al Mawani needs to be a little careful swinging those elbows around when he drop steps. He identified the mismatch that he had against Abbas. Almost a 11-centimeter advantage. In fact, sorry, against Harma Shea. My mistake. Still a 10-centimeter advantage, though. Splits the free throws, offensive rebound. Falata uncontested with that one. Shot clock at 6. Bilal way downtown. A little heavy. Rebound Hollis Jefferson. We're into the final minute of this first quarter. Al-Dwari. Soft right hand, too soft. It's gone to the floor. I'm not sure what's going on down there. Wrestling match. Officials blasting the whistle. Neither player stepping back from it. And it's getting a little bit ugly and unnecessary. The decision has already been made that it's a jump ball. Al-Dwari's now going to hold his face as if something's gone on. Couldn't see anything in the huddle, but that doesn't mean it didn't. Al-Sulam refusing to let go of the ball, really unnecessary. Interesting to see the referee sort this one out. It's been bubbling over from the start of the game, to be fair. Coach Al-Sous, I think, suggesting that Al-Sulam did something within that sprawling mass that was on the floor. The officials are now having a conference. Be interesting to see if they can and will review the play. Al-Dwari on the floor, holding his face at the time. Double technical foul, one for Al-Dwari and one for Al-Sulam. That's the, if I'm not mistaken, third technical foul called on Saudi Arabia. We're only in the first quarter. Still, 44.7 seconds left in the first quarter. The clock on your screen is slightly incorrect. Baseline ball for Jordan. Into the game comes Ashur. Out of the game comes, is it Falata? No, not Falata. It will be Al-Sulam. Catch and shoot, corner jumper, no good for Ibrahim. That will remain Jordan ball. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Scrappy first quarter of basketball here. Passion's running high. Oh, lovely cut to the basket, draws the foul as Falata tries to recover. Hamarche, let's have a look, just, yeah, slices to the basket, leaving his defender for dust. Jordan will make the change as Mohamed Hussein comes in and Ahmed Al-Doueri heads to the bench. Hamarche at the line, hits the first of his two. Second is no good though. Rebound just about pulled down by Bilal. Jordan still trail by 2 as we enter the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Bilal skips it now to Falata. Off target, long rebound batted away by Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock hasn't reset correctly. Should have reset out to 14. Instead, it's been turned off. That shot clock should probably be about 10 or 11 seconds now. Another change here as we see Abbas come back in. Hollis Jefferson heading to the bench. Coach Al-Sous looking to get him a little bit of a prolonged break across the quarter. Bilal now, 12 seconds remaining. Shot clock down to 3, gets a shot away. Traveling violation is called though on Shabali. 6.9 seconds for Jordan to try and create. Back into the game comes Hamarche. Out of the game comes Abbas. Clearly they want his shooting ability, his offense here in the closing seconds. Ibrahim puts the brakes on. Turnaround jumper is no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. A bit of a tippy-tappy first quarter. Both teams getting a little bit frustrated with one another. Physicality increasing. Some silly fouls, plenty of technical fouls and unsportsmanlike fouls. But at the end of 10, it's Saudi Arabia 18, Jordan 16.
To shoot a half-court shot to win 5,000 riyal from the Saudi Basketball Federation. والآن الكابتن إياد بيوزع تيشيرتات المنتخب السعودي للجماهير.
Here are the stats from that first quarter. Jordan 0 from 4 from outside. Saudi Arabia scoring half their points from downtown. Jordan certainly need to improve their efficiency from outside and the free throw line in the second quarter and the rest of the game. If you have your phones to hand, scan the QR code and download Courtside 1891. Stream schedules and scores. If you love your basketball, if you love your international basketball, that app has to be on your phone. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first quarter. That, for me, is the highlight play of the first quarter. A huge block by Al-Mawani. Jordan had a strong start, though, to be fair to them. They started the game 7-0. And then all of a sudden, Saudi Arabia woke up, really increased the intensity, shot the ball well from outside as well. And now at the end of the first quarter, they have a 2-point lead, much to the joy of Coach Garcia, who you can see celebrating in the background. Remember, as it stands right now, Saudi Arabia qualify for Asia Cup 2025 as host, but Jordan have to have one of the top 2 spots to be guaranteed to be there next year. Jordan will not want to leave this qualifying window with a 1-1 record. They want the perfect 2-0 to really give them a step forward towards Asia Cup qualification. Second quarter underway. Al-Mawani hands it back to Ashur. He throws it away. Al-Hendi scoops it up for Jordan. Hollis Jefferson glides inside and one. Big steps by Hollis Jefferson. Foul's called, I think, on Mohamed Alwani. He'll head to the line for the bonus. Just the one from the free throw now for Hollis Jefferson. Misses it. His personal tally stays at 6. We're at a tied ball game here in Jeddah. Slight slip, kicks it back out. Al-Mawani rattles home a big three as the shot clock was expiring. The fans love that one. Saudi back out to a three-point lead. Offensive foul's going to be called as Hamache hands it off, but yeah, just runs through Bilal. Saudi Arabia looking to show some composure here. Al-Mawani, short jumper is good. Mohamed Al-Mawani feeling it right now. 5 points in quick succession for him, and it's a 5-point lead for Saudi Arabia. Hollis Jefferson draws the foul. It's on the floor, so the shot won't count. Both teams making some changes early in this second quarter. Al-Dweri comes back in as Hussein heads to the bench for Jordan. Mohamed Al-Mawani goes to the bench as well as... Oh, goodness me, lots of changes to be fair. Yeah. Al-Mawala comes in for Ashur. In fact, he doesn't. Ashur is back in the game. Hollis Jefferson now. Trying to shake his defender. Step back jumper looks short and flat. It will remain Jordan ball, will it? No, it won't. Knocked out of bounds off a Jordan hand. It will be Saudi Arabia. Their ball on the baseline. Saudi Arabia now bring it up over the half. Offensive foul's going to be called as the officials now are clamping down on the handoffs and the ball screens. A really stop-start game so far. We've seen plenty of fouls. Just regular personal fouls, unsportsmanlike fouls, several technical fouls. Hollis Jefferson looked to put the poster on, but gets rejected. Saudi Arabia come back the other way. Guys to the basket, won't get the roll. Rebound falls kindly to Shubaili. Amwalat gets the jumper. And Saudi Arabia has shown a nice little mid-range game. Out to a 7-point lead now, a game-high 7-point lead. Remember, Jordan had a 7-point lead to start the game. We've seen a 14-point swing. Foul's going to be called as once again we have some confrontation off ball. Hamla Shea cutting across the paint, and I think Al-Sualem bumping the cutter too hard. No, it's not. It's Al-Mawani, I think. And see the change. Abu Hawass comes in. Baseline ball for Jordan. Al-Douairi fakes the handoff. Oh, spin move by the big man. Hits the ground though, traveling violation called. Gotta love that footwork. Just couldn't get the pass to Hollis Jefferson and came down with the ball. Mid-range jumper again is good. Abdulrahman Falata only had 3 points. Gets his first score of the game here. Has 5 rebounds though. Basket good. Intensity, physicality of the game going from strength to strength. Ibrahim with the score. Yeah, draws a huge amount of body contact. You can take your pick on the fouls there on Ibrahim. The officials have called it on Falata. He heads to the line for the bonus. We see a change as Hamashay comes in and Kanan comes in. Hamashay heads to the bench for Jordan. Certainly doesn't feel like we've only had 13 minutes. Amulad brings it up over the half. Throws an impossible pass. That's great defense by Kanan. To Ibrahim, back to Kanan, wide open, little steadying dribble. No good. One-handed rebound for Al Sualem. Amulad slows it down. Drives to the basket, takes the body, contact, not quite the finish, and it will be Jordanian ball on the baseline. Certainly a scrappy first half of basketball here. Neither team putting on a vintage exhibition. Sometimes those kind of games have a charm in their own rights. Another foul called, this time on Bilal against Ibrahim. Saudi Arabia in the penalty, so Ibrahim just calmly walks back to the free throw line. He's happy to increase his current 6-point haul from the charity stripe. The first is good. Second no good. Rebound pulled down by Al Sualem. Stolen away, out of the races. Ibrahim, circus shot, draws another foul. Freddie Ibrahim back to the line again. Long outward pass from Hollis Jefferson, and Ibrahim knew exactly what he was doing there. Already had 5 free throws in this game, hit 3 of them. Just a little bit of moisture on the floor, sweat that needs mopping up before we can continue. First is good for Freddie Ibrahim. Unbelievably, only had 5 points in that first qualifier. Did have 6 rebounds, 7 assists and a block, so certainly still a massive contributory factor to Jordan's win over Palestine. Al-Muwallad comes back out. Good ball movement here by Saudi Arabia. Al-Mawani glides inside, has it ripped away from him. 4-on-1 break now. Kanan tries to get it to Hollis Jefferson. A poorly executed transition from Jordan there. Very rare that a 4-on-1 break doesn't end in points. Pass to Al-Dweri is a little bit behind him, and it's Saudi Arabia's turn to get out in transition. Al-Mawani, no. Draws the foul, kicks the ad board. Needs to be careful. Passion's running high right now. Timeout has been called. That timeout is by Coach Garcia. Kanan has been called for the foul. I'd say I'll try and head down into the huddles, hear what both coaches have to say.
Be physical for 1 minute. Come on, let's go. Defensively, we need to control. Whenever we go on offense, we want Jordan, come on pass, come on those sides. Maybe one time, okay? Go. Keep playing hard. We gotta win this game. Keep playing hard. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Halfway through this second quarter, the drums haven't stopped ringing out for the entire game. Slightly scrappy game between these two, but still delivering the entertainment, if not traditionally so. A physical battle, plenty of frustrations from both sides. Saudi Arabia team being waved back onto the floor. Al-Mawani will go to the free throw line when he returns. That one's no good though. Saudi Arabia 5 from 7 on the evening from the free throw line. Jordan 6 from 13. That hurts. They only shot 42% in game 1. Back-to-back misses there from Al-Mawani. Neither team shooting the ball well from the free throw line, and how the game would be different if they had. At the moment, Saudi Arabia still with a 3-point lead. Oh, and that is all gone. A steady Freddie Ibrahim steps in and hits the 3. 4 minutes and 40 to play. We're all tied up. First half action here in game day 2. Foul's going to be called on Hussein as Sualem just drop steps past him. Footwork a little bit too slow from Mohammed Al Hussein. Needs to be careful he doesn't get called for an unsportsmanlike. Here's the 3 ball coming up from Ibrahim. Can't drop off from him or he'll make you pay. First is no good as the woes continue. Second rattles home though. Saudi Arabia back into the lead. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Ibrahim, another 3. Oh, back-to-back triples. Freddie Ibrahim. 12 points now. Sorry, 15 points now for Freddie Ibrahim. Unbelievable performance from the 27-year-old. Really stepping up to lift his team's performance up. Bilal for 3 off right. Where's the rebound? Ends up in the hands of Abu Hawass. Forced to come back out into the hands of Ibrahim. 3 ball goes up. Oh, back-to-back-to-back triples from Ibrahim. Points to 3 to the sky. And Jordan's game has come to life here. Out of bounds, Saudi Arabia ball. Absolutely blistering performance from Freddie Ibrahim. 18 points, 5 from 9 from the field. That's the 3rd triple in a row for him. Foul's going to be called on Hussein, as Al-Sualem ends up getting thrown off the baseline by Hussein, as the physicality and silliness continues. Still Al-Sualem on the floor off the baseline, receiving attention. Unsportsmanlike foul is called on Hussein. So Al-Sualem will go to the line for free throws, and Saudi Arabia will get possession back. I think I'm losing count now, I'm not going to lie. I think that's our 2nd unsportsmanlike foul, maybe our 3rd, as well as, is it 4 technical fouls we've had in this game now? I should really spark up a tally chart as we progress. I'd be amazed if we end the game with 24 players and 2 coaches still courtside, the way things are going. Al-Dwari's got a technical foul. Al-Sualem has a technical foul. Hussein's got a technical foul. Coach Garcia's got a technical foul. I think it was either Hamashay or Abbas who got an unsportsmanlike foul. Hussein's got an unsportsmanlike foul, sorry, not a technical foul. Foul's going to be called on Dwari. And back to the line heads Al-Sualem. Jordan's lead sits at 3. Dwari's 2nd foul, easy call for the officials as he's wrapped that right arm around the waist of Al-Sualem. First is good. Takes his tally up to 9 points as well as 4 rebounds as Coach Garcia orchestrates from the bench. The 2nd is good. Saudi Arabia back to within a single point of Jordan, and now they're going to apply a little bit of full court pressure. Kanan has to come back out, does so to Abu Hawass. Elbow jumper, no good. Dwari can't get the rebound. Al-Sualem can. Rebound number 6 for him. Amoualed trying to shake and bake. Pulls up for the 3 at the top, hits the 3, and Saudi Arabia are back into the lead. Timeout called by Coach Al-Sous. A little over 3 minutes left in the first half, and what has been a very fractious game. Timeout called. Let's head into this Jordanian huddle, hear what Coach Al-Sous has to say.
Come on. We get the lead for 5 and then we give it to them back easily, so easily. Now, we want either 4 or Jordan. Okay? Guys, when we inbound, I hate that. I don't want Freddie to pass the ball. Try to put the ball in. Okay, I have to put the ball in. Don't make Freddie put the ball in. We want him to receive. He's hot. Let's see him. Come on, let's go.
Pretty straightforward instructions from Coach Al-Sous. I don't want Freddie inbounding the ball. You certainly don't when He is the player lighting the game up right now. 18 points, 5 from 9 from the field. Freddie Ibrahim. You want him off ball, on ball, not off ball. 2-point lead for Saudi Arabia. Jordanian ball on the baseline. Ball inbounded to Canaan. Canaan's going to have to bring it up over the half, does so. Hollis Jefferson now. That's off and out of bounds. It's a poor pass by Hollis Jefferson, and the Jordanian team at the moment are crumbling right now. Very little composure in what is a very experienced team. Abbas screaming to Canaan. Trying to get into the game. Does so. Saudi Arabia, the more composed of the two teams. Al-Mawani feeds the low post now to Al-Sualem. Looking to go to work. It's almost stolen away. Al-Muwalad holds on to it, throws a prayer up, clutches the front of the iron, but easy rebound for Abu Hawass. Pick and roll being run at the top. Stolen away. In fact, it's a kickball. Asking for a coach's challenge. I don't think you're allowed a coach's challenge. Coach Al-Sous now standing onto the court. Coach Al-Sous definitely not happy right now. They are going to go and review. Or are they? I don't think they are. I think they're saying the coach's challenge was too late. Real confusion here in this game. It's been a difficult one for the officials. Foul's going to be called on Shubaili. And the shocked look on every player's expression when a foul gets called gets more and more shocked as this game goes on. Let's have a look at this. Tough to see from that angle. But if I was a betting man, I think I'd probably be betting on the side of the referee being correct to the player overreacting. Hollis Jefferson at the line for 2. Can't hit the first though, and Jordan's woes from the free throw line continue. 6 from 15 now. They were 14 from 34 in game day 1. Make that 6 from 16 now. So we're about to enter the final 2 minutes of this first half. Al-Muwalad pulls up, elbow jumper, no good. Oh, towering rebound by Hollis Jefferson. Just went over the top of everyone to pull that one down. Ibrahim puts the brakes on, steps back. Maybe that one was a little too close for Freddie Ibrahim. Only hits the big shots from way downtown. Drums continue to ring out here in Jeddah. Into the corner, wide open. Shubaili, no good. Foul's going to be called. That one on Matna Al-Mawani. It is a technical for the flop. It's the right call. But very little contact from that replay. We'll just add it to our list of technical fouls here in Jeddah today. Pretty sure we aren't going to end up with 24 players and 2 coaches. It's almost becoming inevitable for a player to be ejected from this game, unbelievably. A little over a minute left in the first half. Saudi Arabia holding on to a single-point lead. Doueri comes back out now to Abbas. Back to Doueri. He's going to work his way down into the low post. Trying to bully his way inside. He does so. Goes to that right hand and gets the roll. And that is just patience, that the play will develop the way you want it to from Ahmed Al Doueri. Al Mawani now. Abbas comes out. Good pass out of the double. 3-ball is good from the corner. Saudi Arabia retake the lead again. What a game we have had here so far. 5 lead changes already. 17 seconds remaining. Freddie Ibrahim. Shot clock, about a second differential between that and the game clock. Ibrahim ducks inside. Jefferson into the corner. Abu Hawass, corner pocket 3. Jordan take the lead to the halftime locker room. Wow, what a closeout to this first half. Composure at last from the Jordanian team enables them to secure the 1-point lead at the half. Wow. A feisty affair here in Jeddah. Neither team backing down, but at the half, it's Saudi Arabia 38. And on the back of that corner pocket 3 from Abu Hawass, it's Jordan 39. Here are the stats from that first half. Biggest one for me is that free throw shooting from Jordan. 44% is too low. Saudi Arabia doing a great job on the boards, out rebounding Jordan by 5. Here are your top scorers. Freddie Ibrahim, 19 points, a real shooting clinic in the first half, as Alsu Alem leads the scoring for Saudi Arabia. Here are some of the highlights from that second quarter of action. Really interesting one with Jordan coming back into the game, winning that quarter 23-20. It was scrappy, plenty of fouls, plenty of technical fouls, plenty of free throws. But the real takeout from this quarter of action was Freddie Ibrahim, if anything. What a first half he's had. Played every second of that first half, but has 19 points. 3 from 5 from outside, as well as 2 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. No one else in the Jordan team has double digits. Ahmed Doueri has 8 points, 2 rebounds. But that is it. It really is Freddie Ibrahim leading the way. Here's another big play by him as he earned himself a trip to the free throw line. As for Saudi Arabia, nobody in double digits. Al-Sualem leads them with 9 points and 6 rebounds, as well as a steal and a block. And then just behind him is Mohamed Al-Mawani, who has 8 points to his name. But at the half, it's Jordan that lead this one on the back of his shoulders, Freddie Ibrahim. But what a game we've had. These two going toe-to-toe. There's the final 3-ball from Ibrahim in that first half. Saudi Arabia doing what they can to compete and push their way back into it. There's the little jumper from Al-Muwalad. But there's been plenty of conflict between coaches, plenty of conflict between players, and the officials have had a really tough job on their hands managing this game so far, as it has become pretty feisty. Numerous technical fouls, numerous unsportsmanlike fouls, but at the half, it's Saudi Arabia 38, Jordan 39.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Feel the momentum, swing, Jefferson, exactly what Jordan needed.
Cal Moore coming in the ball, defended by Jericho Cruz. 5 seconds left. Cal Moore's got to get something going. Cal Moore, step back, huge three. Arigato gozaimasu. Sugoi. Wow, Yuki Kawamura. Big time three-pointer. Action.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. We're at the halfway point of this Asia Cup 2025 qualifier between Saudi Arabia and Jordan. Jordan lead by a single point, and that man there must take a huge amount of the credit. He has scored almost half their points today. 19 points for Freddie Ibrahim in the first half. He's played every second of the first half, the only player to do so on either team. But he has stepped up in a big way, hitting big threes. He hit 3 triples in a row. And that really swung the game back in the way of Jordan. Saudi Arabia did their best to fight their way back in, but Freddie Ibrahim's performance in this first half has been nothing short of sensational. Really becoming one of the leaders of this Jordanian roster, Freddie Ibrahim, as Coach Al-Sous G's his team up from the sidelines. It's been quite a feisty affair between these two. Plenty of technical fouls, unsportsmanlike fouls and the like, as we've got into some silly basketball, but one player who's stepped up for Saudi Arabia is Mohamed Al-Sualem, the big man, getting into the trenches and getting the job done here in the first half. He has 9 points, 7 of which coming from the free throw line, as Jordan apply a lot of pressure on him defensively. 7 from 8 from the free throw line for him. Also has 6 rebounds, a steal and a block, getting it done all over the floor. Al-Sualem. The game is perfectly poised, though, as we see Coach Nesta Garcia. Looks almost like semaphore there. I wonder if we'll see smoke signals coming off the Saudi Arabian bench in this second half. But we are perfectly poised for what should be an entertaining second half of basketball here. Remember, this is the first qualification window of the qualifiers for Asia Cup 2025. The first of 3 qualification windows, and this is game day 2 of 6 in total. Saudi Arabia coming in off the back of a 6-point win over Iraq. Jordan coming in off a 73-46 win over Palestine. The next qualification window is in November. Saudi Arabia will face Palestine on the road and Iraq at home in that window, whilst Jordan will be on the road for both of their games against Iraq and Palestine. We are now just about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half. Saudi Arabia yet to come back out onto the floor. Jordan already warming up. You would say it's really a similar situation as we had at the start of the game. Jordan favourites for this one. Probably the depth of experience and quality slightly higher than that of Saudi Arabia. But one thing's for sure, I have a feeling that Freddie Ibrahim is going to need some support, as Coach Garcia will be talking with his team on how to lock Ibrahim out of the game. There he is, 19 points in the first half, 3 triples in quick succession. Really righted the Jordanian ship in this game. Hollis Jefferson doing a good job as well, though. 4 rebounds and 3 assists, as well as his 6 points. And I do think that Coach Al-Sous will be looking for someone else on their team to step up and provide some support to Ibrahim. That's his stat line: 19 points, 3 from 5 from outside, 6 from 8 from the free throw line. That's a great performance, even more so when you put it on the back of the fact he only had 5 points across 24 minutes in that game against Palestine earlier in this qualification window. As for Saudi Arabia, their big man getting it done. Al-Sualem has 9.6 rebounds. Bilal leading them with the assists. He has 3 assists, as well as 6 points and 4 rebounds himself. But a bit of a broader output from Saudi Arabia. More players stepping in, but I think they're also going to have to find a bit more contribution from the backcourt, as Al-Sualem is clearly the target for much of the defensive effort from Jordan. 7 of his 9 points coming from the free throw line, 88%. That is a number, as a coach, you love to see from a big man. You really do. Both teams now out warming up, ready to go. Just a little over 90 seconds before we get this second half underway, and that is unbelievably a perfect amount of time for me to ask you to get your phones out. Please download the official FIBA Asia Cup app, available on, well, pretty much wherever you get your apps from, completely free of charge, and a wonderful app to have on your phone. Brings you all the latest news, views, press conferences, highlight clips, photos, you name it, it's there, as well as the stats. That is the QR code that you need. Just get your phones out, quick scan of the QR code, and you will be taken to where you need to be to download the Asia Cup qualification app. The perfect companion as we progress, not just through today's game, but through these entire series of qualifiers.
Let's go. Let's play hard. Let's play hard, guys. End of the first quarter. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Play in or box. No more 4. Let's go. Let's go on 3, 7. 1, 2, 3.
Good to see so many young faces in the crowd being inspired and enjoying the game here this evening. Maybe we'll be back in 10, 15 years and we'll see some of those young faces with the jerseys being worn on the floor representing their countries. That's the hope, that's the aim. Second half action underway here in Jeddah. Game day 2 of the Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. We're halfway through this. Jordan hold a single-point lead. That is now a 3-point lead as Ahmed Doueri starts the second half as he did the first with a nice, easy score off the glass. Jordan now out to a 3-point lead. Doueri up to 10 points. And the 3 is good from the wing. This time, Ali Shubaili. Hollis Jefferson, no good. Rebound ripped down by Abbas. Hollis Jefferson now just ducks inside, looks to pass it away. Throws it back for some hope to recover possession, but can only throw it away. Wide open, Al-Muwalad, short with the 3. Hollis Jefferson behind the back, but stolen away by Shubaili. Baseline drive, dished off, smart play by Al-Muwalad. Drops it into the hands of Al-Sualem. Unbelievably, just his second field goal of the game takes his tally to 11 points though. So much coming from the free throw line for him. Ibrahim, lovely use of the pivot, but he's rejected by Mazu Al-Muwalad. Jordan ball on the baseline. Skip to the weak side. Abu Hawass is going to draw the foul from Mohamed Al-Mawani. Just that quick first step from Abu Hawass. Just 3 points for him. For me, one of the biggest offensive threats that Jordan have. He only had 9 points against Palestine though, so maybe not. Oh, the long pass from Ibrahim is misguided as 2 Jordanian players collide. Drive inside, off the glass for 2. Saudi Arabia's lead now out to 4. A 7-2 start to this second half for Saudi Arabia. Look at Coach Garcia, almost on the floor. In fact, I think he might be on the floor. Doueri inside, double team there. Abbas picks up the loose ball. Trying to shake, spin move, fades away off the glass. Good defense by Al Mawani. And Saudi Arabia will regain possession. A slightly brisk, higher tempo first 2.5 minutes to this third quarter. I'm not going to lie, I'm glad it is. The first half was a real stop-start affair, neither team getting into a flow. Bilal now. Waits for the screen. Will draw the foul off Hashim Abbas as he just reaches in from behind. Doueri just having a conversation with him, I think saying, look, I've got that help. You either need to fight over or under. Al-Sualem hands it off to Bilal. Long two, that's flat. Rebound falls to Ibrahim. Nice pass to Doueri. Gets down low, and pretty much that is money in the bank when Ahmed Doueri is that low in the paint with the ball in his hands. Back to a 2-point ball game. Al-Sualem to Bilal. Pass down into the low post. Al-Sualem. Shot goes up from the wing. Al Mawani no good. Ibrahim tries to thread the eye of the needle. It will remain Jordan ball. That is a very, very tough pass. Looked like it was off the shin of Mohamed Al-Sualem. Crowd making plenty of noise here in Jeddah. I think they're going to go and have a look actually at the replay. I'm not sure if it's a coach's challenge or whether the officials want to look through this one. It is a challenge. Coach Garcia using his coach's challenge, believing that it should be a Saudi Arabia ball. Let's have a look. Nope, not for me. That's Jordan ball. Last touch from Al-Sualem. Here's another angle for you. This might be a good one. Oh, maybe it is actually. Oh, tough to see. Want that on a slow-mo. Let's see what they say. No, it will remain Jordan ball. On the baseline. Pass to the weak side. Abu Hawass wide open. Corner pocket three. Oh, air ball. A rarity from Amin Abu Hawass. Al-Muwallad now being harassed by Hollis Jefferson. Drives inside. Looks to kick it to the corner. That will remain Saudi Arabia ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Freddie Ibrahim is certainly enjoying today's game, playing the game with a smile on his face. Can understand that with 19 points in the first half. Al Mawani goes inside, drops it off. Al-Sualem gets the roll as the shot clock expires. Saudi Arabia, their lead back out to 4. Another pick and roll. Doueri with the two. And that big little combo, Ibrahim and Doueri, is really starting to pick up pace now. You can see that they're clearing that side of the floor, overloading on the other side, giving space for those two to go to work. Now Sualem now will have to come back. Double team comes to him. Shot clock at 4. Al-Muwallad, elbow jumpers, got space, gets the roll. Back-to-back shots for Saudi Arabia, just beating the shot clock. Ibrahim will get the score. Goaltend called on Al-Sualem. Ball just touches the glass, and once it does, you can't go near it. Ibrahim up to 21 points now, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 6 from 11 from the field. Abbas heads out, Hussein comes in. Jordan running a bigger lineup now with both Dwiri and Hussein on the floor. Al-Muwalad, free throw line, no good. Rebound by Ibrahim as he looks to try and build towards a double-double. Lob pass to Dwiri, has it down low. Al-Sualem wrestling with him. Dwiri gets the roll on the iron. Coach Garcia stamping his feet on the sideline, calling for the travel. Looked like good footwork, but I may be wrong. Tied ball game, 49 apiece. 14 minutes of basketball left here in Jeddah this evening. Al-Sualem floats inside, really needed a left hand then. Coming back onto his right, just brought it back into the path of Dwiri's defense. Ibrahim won't get the score. Will head to the free throw line though. Picks up the foul from Al-Muwalad. Yeah, just a change of direction. Such a smooth player, Freddie Ibrahim. Coach Garcia will make a change to Saudi Arabia as Mohammed Al-Wani comes out. Matna Al-Wani comes in. Younger brother in, older brother out. Ibrahim out the line for free throws. Gets the first of his 2. 7 from 9 from the free throw line, Freddie Ibrahim. What a game he's having, unbelievable. The second is good as well. Let's see what the call is. It's a substitution as Hussein comes out and Hashim Abbas comes back in. Hussein, a real warhorse for Jordan, comes in, doesn't need the ball in his hands, wants to go and do the dirty work, get physical in the paint, go hard on the glass. Bilal now waves away his teammate. Al-Sualem throwing, well, asking for the post pass. Bilal blaming Al-Sualem. I would suggest that it was the guard's fault, but maybe that's a little bit biased from my side. Jordan now with a 2-point lead, a chance to extend that out. Ibrahim, free throw line jumper is short. Al-Sualem grabs the rebound, number 7 for him this evening, just 3 short of his double-double. Al-Muwani, just a 2, but it's off target. Ibrahim with another rebound. Really is a race between Ibrahim and Al-Sualem for that double-double. Hollis Jefferson asking for the screen. Instead, the double team comes across to him. Shot clock down to 7. Dives inside, a little heavy off the glass. Rebound is won by Hollis Jefferson. That will be a Saudi Arabia ball. Hollis Jefferson on the floor holding his face. Coach Garcia has already used his challenge up. That's a replay of the collision. Hollis Jefferson on his feet, he's okay. Sideline ball for Jordan. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. inbounded to Hollis Jefferson. Drives inside, floats through the paint, gets the roll as the shot clock expires. Jordan now starting to step up a little. How will Saudi Arabia react? Jordan's lead out to 4. Al-Muwalad comes up short. Dweri with the rebound. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter, a much brisker quarter than the previous. Almost stolen away, Ibrahim holds on to it. Into the hands of Abbas, off the glass, and Jordan now starting to pull away. Timeout called by Saudi Arabia as Jordan starting to put some of that quality onto the floor. They lead by 6, 1 minute and 44 seconds left in this third quarter. Saudi Arabia timeout. We're going to try and jump into these huddles, listen to the coaches. Coach Garcia doing a good job just settling some of the emotions right now. It's only 6 points. It's an absolute factual statement, and it's true. 6 points is nothing in a basketball game. Jordan led by 7 at the start of the game, and look how that game swung around. But it is important that they don't let this Jordanian lead extend any further. Double digits, there's the psychological advantage to Jordan. Cardi back into the game after hobbling off earlier. Oh, and the pass is poor from Bilal. Once again, looks to blame a teammate, just a bad pass. Jordan now, I'm sure, have had instructions from Coach Al-Sous to show some composure and get this game back in their own control. They're up by 6, it could be so many more, but Ibrahim steps out of bounds. Good defensive stance by Saudi Arabia, in particular Falata. Look at the footwork. Little over a minute to play in the third quarter. Can this Saudi Arabian team bring the gap down? Al-Mawani gets the 3-ball away. It's a little heavy. Oh, that's a big rip-down rebound from Hollis Jefferson. His 7th rebound of the game. Little shoulder shake on his way to the basket. Jordan's lead is out to a game-high 8 points now. A 17-point swing as Saudi Arabia were up by 9 at one stage. Bilal. Going to be a foul called on Ibrahim. I think for me, Al-Sualem was close to being called for an illegal screen. Didn't look that stationary, but it will be a sideline ball for Saudi Arabia. Coach Al-Sous asking the bench to give the team on the floor some extra support now. Dweri going up against Al-Sualem. Drive inside, quick kick into the corner, caddy for three. Oh, top of the backboard and away. Ibrahim with the rebound, and Jordan will enter potentially with a double-digit lead if they can score in the final 6 seconds. Hollis Jefferson, 2 crossovers, glides inside and draws the foul, I think, of Caddy. Caddy will foul Hollis Jefferson. He'll head to the line for free throws. Doesn't mean that Jordan will go up to a double-digit lead, though, as Hollis Jefferson is 0 from 5 so far this evening from the free throw line. Hussein comes into the game. Out of the game comes Dweri. Also out heads Ibrahim as Kanan comes in for the final 1.9 seconds. 1 from 6 for Hollis Jefferson. Takes his personal tally up to 12 now, as well as 6 rebounds and 3 assists. 2 from 2 in that trip, and it is a 10-point lead, the first 10-point lead of the game. Saudi Arabia get it away, almost hits the buzzer beater. But Jordan outscores Saudi Arabia 20-11 in the third quarter, and really have wrestled control of this game away from the home team. 10 minutes left for Coach Al-Sous and his team to try and lock out their second win in these qualifiers. End of the third, it's Saudi Arabia 49, Jordan 59. Here are the stats from the first 3 quarters. Saudi Arabia started shooting the ball well. That slowed down from outside, and right now Jordan's statistics are starting to go in the right direction for them. Here are some of the highlights from that third quarter of action, and a third quarter where, well, the broader Jordanian team started stepping up. The first half was all about Freddie Ibrahim. At the end of the third quarter, though, Ahmed Dweri has 14 points as well as 4 rebounds, and Hollis Jefferson also into double digits. He's got 12 points alongside 6 rebounds and 3 assists. As for Saudi Arabia, Al-Muwalad, the player stepping up in that quarter, he has 11, but Al-Sualem is leading them with 13 points. 10 minutes to go. Jordan absolutely taking a big step forward to claim the win here, but still plenty of time. Saudi Arabia have fought their way back down from 7 before. They're now down by 10. If you have your phone handy, do scan the QR code and download Courtside 1891. If you like your basketball with an international flavor, that is the app for you. Final quarter underway here in Jeddah. Game day 2 of the Asia Cup 2025 qualifier. It's Saudi Arabia versus Jordan. And with 10 minutes still to play, Saudi Arabia trail 49-59. First possession, though, for the home team. Blocked by Ibrahim, and it will be a Jordan ball. And it's important for Saudi Arabia to not let Jordan continue their momentum from the third quarter. They need to try and stop it right here, right now. That opening play certainly hasn't helped them. Dweri comes back out, plenty of time on the shot clock. Into Hollis Jefferson, who's going to try and back down Falata. Abu Hawass drops it into Dweri, no good as the shot clock expires. Shubaili into the corner, Al-Mawani hits a 3. That is exactly what Coach Garcia will have wanted. Straight away, bringing the Jordan lead down to just 7. Ibrahim, Dwiri, travelling violation called on Ahmed Dwiri. Sideline ball for Saudi Arabia, a chance to bring it down to potentially a 2-possession ball game. Shubaili. Walad for 3. Draws the foul. Not a smart play by Hashim Abbas at all. Walad was playing for that foul, just left himself hanging there to draw the contact. Now he'll head to the line for 3 free throws. 2 from 2 so far this evening from the free throw line. 75% in game day 1. As we see coach Nestor Garcia having a quick conversation with Shubali. First, no good. You could see straight away him walking away from the free throw line that it wasn't on target. Nor the second, the pressure maybe starting to have an impact. Maybe that as well as the fatigue. Has played 22 minutes in this game. The third is good though. A 6-point lead for Jordan. Ibrahim feeds Hollis Jefferson in the low post. He's looking to bully his way to the basket. Foul's going to be called on Falata. Dwiri. Back out to Ibrahim. Ibrahim attacks the lane. The door's closed on him though. Step back 3 ball. Ibrahim, air ball. He was looking for the foul, much like Al-Muwalad was at the other end. Couldn't quite draw him into that foul though. And Jordan just not showing the composure and control that maybe we would have expected of a team that finished 4th at Asia Cup in Jakarta last time out. Al-Mawani now. And it is very much a similar roster, 8 of the 12. Foul called on Abbas. Just reaching in, yeah, that left hand. Three ball goes up, not the prettiest. Rebound just about secured by Hollis Jefferson. Long 2 for Hollis Jefferson, no good. Abbas fighting hard. Foul called on Al-Mawani. Have to give him credit for that fight for the offensive rebound. You understand why he's thrown it back at Al-Mawani. He didn't know the foul was called and he was trying to regain possession. Coach Garcia will make the changes. Bilal comes in. Falata heads to the bench. Jordan putting the ball in the hands of Hollis Jefferson an awful lot right now. Long 2 is good. 14 points for him. 6 from 12 from the field. Bilal hands it back to Shubaili. Shot clock down to 5. Shubaili dives inside. Corner 3, high arcing, but it's an air ball. It's rejected. Saudi Arabia applying some full court pressure here. Ibrahim just gets it over the half in time. Oh, he's going to go all the way. The lane opened up and he didn't get the finish. Probably the easiest score of the night for Ibrahim. Doesn't get it to go though. Dive inside. It's down low. Kick ball. It will remain Saudi Arabia ball. Surprised that we haven't seen Al-Sualem on the floor just yet. He was the most impactful big that Saudi Arabia have. Almost thrown away as Bilal picks it up in Coffin corner. Drives inside, kicks it out, 3 ball goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, Saudi Arabia will go again. Foul called on Ibrahim. Technical foul called on Freddie Ibrahim. I think that might be the first technical foul of the second half. We had an absolute boatload of them in the first. There we go. That's the change I was expecting. Al Mawani heads to the bench. Al-Sualem comes in. Here's the technical free throw. Ibrahim picking up a foul and a technical foul. Bilal misses the technical free throw though, so Jordan's lead stays at 8. They'll make a change as Abbas comes out and Hussein comes in. Running a bigger roster again, Jordan. Looking maybe to protect the paint a bit more. Or maybe to rest Douiri on the defensive end so he has more impact on the offensive end. Al Mawalad tries to step through, will get his own rebound. Saudi Arabia will go again. It feels like we've been down at this Jordanian end for an eternity right now. Al Mawani off the glass, no good. That will be 2. I think it was actually an own basket from Hollis Jefferson, but let's have a look at the replay. Al Mawani goes to work. It's rolling around. Can't see it from there, but it's a goaltender, so basket good. Al Mawani, I think, will be credited with it. Oh no, in fact, Al-Sualem has been credited. Takes his tally to 15 points alongside his 8 rebounds. 2-man game. Hollis Jefferson off the glass, no good. Douiri will get the little tip back. For Jordan, they just need to ride out the storm. Their lead sits at 8. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Hussein. He just goes through the Bilal screen. Jordan are in the penalty, so that will send Bilal to the line for 2. Yeah, Hussein just barreling through the Saudi Arabian defender. First is good, and it's these moments in the game for Saudi Arabia that are so important. And the second is good as well. Jordan's lead once again is trimmed. Now it's just 6, a 2-possession ball game. Down into the hands of Douiri, going up against Al-Sualem. Right hand hook, no good. They'll go again. Abu Hawass looked like he pulled at it, but who cares? It drains through. And a little smile and a point to the bench. as Jordan's lead back out to 9. Ball fed into the low post. Al-Sualem will have to come back out though. Drive inside, dropped off to Al-Sualem. He's absolutely blocked with authority. Oh, back-to-back blocks from Hollis Jefferson. Look at the swagger as he walks away. Watch him follow this play. Steps in, first rejection. Well, you're going to go again. Have another one. Great defense by Hollis Jefferson. Timeout has been called. 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Jordan lead by 9 and they have possession. Timeout called by Coach Garcia as he sees his chances of winning this one starting to slip away. Let's head into his huddle. No microphones in the huddles in the fourth quarter, understandably so. As he looks to try and change things up right now, because the flow of the game is going against his team. Be interesting to see the reaction that Saudi Arabia have and how they change it up. I'm not sure there's many ways that they can. They're trying to get the ball back into Al-Sualem, as that's what caused Jordan issues in the first half. But credit has to go to Mohammed Hussein. He's done a great job of bodying up and locking out the Saudi Arabian big man. Hollis Jefferson brings it up over the half. We're approaching the final 4 minutes. Hollis Jefferson glides to the basket. Heavy-handed, though, with the shot. Rebound pulled down by Al-Sualem. Just 1 rebound short of his double-double now. Bilal. Al-Muwalad. It's a poor shot, but they get the fortunate roll and a fresh 14 to work with. Bilal. Al-Sualem. Oh, and ends up on the floor, wrestled to the ground. Hussein adjudged to have cleanly knocked it away. Ibrahim drives, step back, drops it off to Doueri. Offensive foul called, I think, on Hussein. A little bit over exuberant on the offensive glass. There's a little right hand from Al Doueri, and all we see. Let's see if this one shows us on the other end of the floor. Certainly has been a physical game here. Both these teams have not stepped back from the challenge. At the line is Al-Sualem, as Jordan are in the penalty. And that is a problem for Coach Al-Sous. He doesn't want to be giving Saudi Arabia opportunities to score points while the clock isn't moving. That make takes it to 18 as Al-Sualem puts his tally up to 16 now. Pretty impressive score considering he's only got 4 field goals. Gets the roll on the second as well. A 7-point lead now for Jordan. It's Coach Nesta Garcia on the sidelines, prowling as he always is. Final 3 minutes of the game. Jordan starting to manage the clock a little. Ibrahim to Dwiri, looks for the thunder. The defense comes across and bats him away. He smiles at Al-Sualem. I don't think it was a block, I think it was a missed dunk. Yeah, no block registered. Bilal hands it back to Shubaili. Al-Muwalad, shot clock down to 10 now. Offensive foul's going to be called. Let's have a look at the replay. There's a hook. Just putting his arm around. Timeout has been called here as the passion spills over a little in the arena. 2 minutes 31 seconds remaining, still a 7-point lead for Jordan. As frustrated as the Saudi Arabian team are, they need to focus on the task in hand. The foul call is behind now. Jordan have called a timeout. Coach Al-Sous, I'm sure, just wants to lock his team in now for the final 150 seconds of this game. And Jordan will be escaping what has been a very tough challenge. Here's Hollis Jefferson driving inside, gets it in off the glass. That's 2 of his 14 points, as well as 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Fourth quarter right now. Saudi Arabia have outscored Jordan 10-7. The issue is they lost the third quarter by 9. That's where the problems have come from for Saudi Arabia. Remember, this game is part of the qualification campaign for Asia Cup 2025. Saudi Arabia are already qualified as hosts, but they want to build confidence, they want to build momentum. Jordan absolutely have to fight for their qualifications, need to be the top 2 in this 4-team group to lock in an automatic qualification spot. Backdoor cut, and the score, Abu Hawass. How many times did we see that in Jakarta? Freddie Ibrahim finding the backdoor cut as the defense overplays Abu Hawass. Bilal. Al-Sualem. No, ball doesn't go inside to him. Oh, the 3 from the corner. Heavily contested, but still gets it to go. Big score by Ali Shubaili. Jordan's lead at 6. Still 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining. Almost stolen away. Dwiri just keeps it in. 8 seconds left. 6 seconds. Hollis Jefferson gets the score. And for Jordan, he is that outlet. Oh my goodness me, what is Shubaili doing? He's spending all his time arguing with the officials instead of looking at the ball. Awful play by Ali Shubaili. Unforgivable. I'm sure Coach Garcia will let him hear about it. Ibrahim. He's fouled by Al-Mawani. Al-Mawani needs to calm down. Don't know what he thinks he's doing right now. Farcical behavior from Mohamed Al-Mawani. Staring the official down and walking towards him. That's ridiculous. If I'm Coach Garcia, I'm getting him out of the game because he's lost his mind if he thinks that's acceptable behavior, because it's not. Technical called on Al-Mawani. So Ibrahim will go to the line for the bonus, and Jordan will get possession back. Now a 9-point lead with 1:17 to play. It feels like they have one hand on the win here, Jordan. They're just going to run the clock down as much as they possibly can. Ibrahim skips it. Hussein fakes the 3. Shot clock down to 2. Abu Hawass is off target. Shubaili now wakes up and brings it down the floor. 3 ball from Shubaili. He's short. Rebound by Dwiri. Final 50 seconds. Hollis Jefferson brings it up over the half. Being harassed by Shubaili. Drives to the basket, backs it out. Ibrahim over the head pass. Hollis Jefferson hits the 3. That is the icing on top of the cake for Jordan. A hard-fought, physical game here in Jeddah. Al Mawani will get the score, but too little too late as Jordan will close out the win here. Foul going to be called on Al Sualem. 20 seconds left to play. Jordan still with a 10-point lead. And Jordan's composure is what has won them this game. Saudi Arabia's emotions overtook them and caused them a whole heap of problems in the clutch. It's been a feisty game throughout, but eventually Jordan regained their composure, resettled and got the job done here. A tough road trip coming to Jeddah, a physical game, but it looks like they'll leave the first qualification window with a perfect 0-2 record. Wins against Palestine and Saudi Arabia. That will see them top the group. As we see the thunderclap going around the arena. Hussein goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line. Takes his tally up to 4. Ball rolled ahead for Al Muwallad. Into the hands of Bilal. That's off. Kanan holds on to it now. And they'll look to close the game out here. That will surely be the final play. Kanan will put the shot up though and hit the 3. Long heave for the 3 is no good, and that's the end of the game here in Jeddah. A physical, feisty encounter between 2 tough teams, and it's Jordan who come away with the win. Coach Garcia straight away over to shake hands with the Jordanian players. That's good sportsmanship, good example being set by the Saudi Arabian coach. But what a game we have had. A battle throughout. It's going to end up a reasonably comfortable win for Jordan. The final score, Saudi Arabia 64, Jordan 79. Here are the shooting stats across the game. Jordan lighting it up from outside. 7 from 14. Free throws, nothing to write home about, but the only stat they care about is the one at the top, the 15-point win. Saudi Arabia did a good job on the boards, coming away with 39 rebounds. Leading scorer Freddie Ibrahim with 24 points. Al Suleiman with 17 points for Saudi Arabia leads their scoring. The Jordanian players are going to enjoy celebrations with their fans who have travelled here or who live locally in Jeddah. And rightfully so, they have put in a big performance here on the road. They'll leave the first qualification window with a perfect 2-0 record. They'll leave the first qualification window top of Group D. Remember, they want to finish in the top 2, and that will lock them in with a place for Asia Cup 2025, where they'll return if they qualify back here to Jeddah next year. Here are some of the highlight plays from that fourth quarter of action. It really did go all the way to the wire. Jordan just about holding Saudi Arabia at arm's length through that final quarter. Their biggest lead of the game was their final lead of the game at 15 points. But you would definitely say the result represented the flow of the game early on. It was very physical, quite scrappy, which to a certain degree played into the hands of Saudi Arabia. Once the game settled, became a little bit more fluid towards the back end of that third quarter. That is when Jordan started running away with the game. In fact, Saudi Arabia went without scoring from halfway through the third quarter to a minute into the final quarter, and at this level you really can't afford to go 6 minutes without putting points on the board. It's tough to come away with a win if you do. But Freddie Ibrahim leads all scorers with 24 points, has 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals and a block, making marks in pretty much every column of the box score. Also in double digits, Hollis Jefferson ends up with a 19.8 rebound performance. Dwary ends up with 16 points, 6 rebounds. They are the 3 players in double digits for Jordan. For Saudi Arabia, they also had 3 players registering double digits. Al Sualem had 17 points and 9 rebounds. Al Muwallad had 12 points as well as 2 steals. And Al Mawani, Mohammed Al Mawani that is, ended up with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Both these teams now will come back in November, where Saudi Arabia will be on the road to Palestine on Friday the 22nd of November before being back on their home floor on Monday the 25th of November to face Iraq. As for Jordan, their games in November on the Friday. On the 22nd of November, they'll be on the road to Iraq, and still on their travels on Monday the 25th of November, they will face Palestine. But for Jordan right now, and the Jordanian fans, all they care about is the final score here in Jeddah. And that has seen their team come away with a 15-point win. As you can see, Jordan sitting pretty top of the table. Iraq and Palestine game going on at the moment. That will have an impact on where Saudi Arabia sit at the end of this first qualification window. But Group D shaping up nicely for Jordan. But plenty more games still to come to decide who qualifies from Group D for next year's FIBA Asia Cup 2025. The lights go out in the arena. They're back on again. But what a game we have had here in Jeddah. Wonderful performance from Jordan, coming away with the win. Final score here in Jeddah is Saudi Arabia 64, Jordan 79.